is the designated National Vietnam Veterans Day. So we're going to honor that. Last week I said, oh, we'll do something fun. Well, there's nothing fun about the Vietnam War. So we're going to do a challenge, building resilience, fortitude, strength. So I decided, I think it's the 50th anniversary of the end of the war. So we are going to do a 50 challenge. We're going to do 50 yoga poses in 50 minutes. And I have a timer. And so if it's something that's two sides, we'll only do that 30 seconds each. That being said, do what you can, do what you're comfortable with. I'm not a drill sergeant. I'm not going to make you do anything that you don't want to do. And if you haven't done the pose before, I'm doing some poses we don't usually do. Option is to do something else that we've already done or something that you're more comfortable with. So, for example, if we're doing pigeon pose, if that is not in your wheelhouse today or ever, come into a child's pose. Or if we're doing something standing that doesn't resonate with you, then stand in mountain pose. All right, so let's put hair up out of our way. And what we're going to do is we're going to go standing to the floor. So standing, hands and knees, seated on the belly and then on the back. If you have wrist issues, I have some wedges in the bin with the blocks if you want to get that for your wrists before we get started. Okay? All right, so we're going to do 3 half sun salutations before we start our 50 pose challenge. All right, so feet hip width distance apart, hands at the heart. You're going to inhale, hands down, arms up. Exhale, arms up to the side, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift, hands can come to the front of the thighs. Exhale, fold forward. Bend the knees, arms come out to the side. Inhale, all the way up. Palms together, exhale, hands to heart. 2 more. Inhale. And exhale. Inhale, halfway lift, hands to the front of the thighs. Exhale, fold forward. Bend the knees, arms come out. Inhale, all the way up. Palms together. Exhale, hands to heart. 1 more. Inhale. And exhale, swan dive. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold forward. Bend the knees nice and deep, arms out to the side. Inhale, all the way up. Palms together. Exhale, hands to heart. Awesome. All right, so we're going to start. I'm going to try and do this here. So our first pose is mountain pose, or what in my yoga tradition we call samastiti, which is same. All right. Feet, however you like them, big toes touching or hip width distance apart. And we're just going to be in this pose for 54 more seconds. So palms can face forward or towards each other. Shoulder blades come together on the back body. If you have your balance and you want, you can close your eyes. And we're just going to take this nice and smooth. Inhale and exhale. Inhale and exhale. Feeling the feet rooted into the earth. We're about to come out. Our next pose is going to be our palm tree pose. And do as many as you like, however you like. Inhale, arms up on the toes. Exhale down. If you like, you can step off your mat. If you want to break it down, you can do just the arms. You have your chair, you can do just the feet. You can do one arm at a time. If you have shoulder issues, maybe arms out to the side. Just moving with the breath. So if you want to, if you can, start the breath before the movement. Sorry. Half on the mat. And our next pose is Warrior Two. 1 minute, we're going to do 30 seconds each side. 1 foot in front, inhale, arms up, bend that front knee, exhale back. Just do one side. And again, start the breath and then the movement if you can. All right, let's switch sides. Inhale. Beautiful. Our next pose after this one is going to be our Karate Kid, flying crane. Let's start with arms out to the side and do crossbody. Or if you like, arms out to the side, one knee comes up. Either way, whichever one you prefer. Feel that length in the spine. Finding somewhere where there isn't somebody moving in front of you for your gaze, if you're feeling a little wobbly. All right, our next pose after this is going to be Warrior Two. So we'll do each side for 30 seconds again. All right, first side, hands at the heart, arms open, bend that front knee. And we're just gonna hold this for 30 seconds. And we usually move around a lot, right? So check in with the body here, extend out through the fingers, gazes over those front fingers. If your feet are too close, you can move them further apart. If they're too far apart, move them in closer. So somewhere to bring your attention is the front points of the hip. Draw those together. Check in with that front knee. Maybe you've lost some focus on it. All right, let's switch sides. Inhale. And exhale. And out. All right, next one is okay. I don't know what I meant when I wrote that. All right, so we're gonna do Dancing Warrior. So we're gonna go back and forth between, I'm gonna go sideways so you can see. This way, and then this way, coming up, and then like this. So the foot direction moves. You see that? All right, you guys ready? So start on one side. You're gonna end up facing away from me. So we're gonna inhale, arms up, and then exhale, face the other direction. So you're gonna be looking back behind. Arms come up, and then face the other side. All right, halfway there. And if you need to take a break at any time, you can come back to that mountain pose, rest in child's pose. All right, 9 more seconds. Our next pose after this is going to be side angle pose. Excellent. Release that. All right. So whichever foot you just had in front, switch which foot you have now. We're going to bend this front knee. You can start with that front forearm or grab a block if you want to do a deeper side angle pose. Back hand on that back hip. You bring that back arm straight up. That front arm can come down to the floor or your block. All right, now we're going to switch sides. So we're going to come up, step forward. Bend that front elbow. Bring your hand to a block or the floor. Back arm comes up towards the ceiling. You can go overhead or stay on your hip. And our next pose after this is going to be our peaceful warrior. Excellent, coming out. All right, peaceful warrior. So we're gonna step 1 foot forward. And we're gonna bend that front knee and bring that upper arm up. Upper arm up. Okay, front arm comes forward. So you can look up at that upper thumb, at the horizon, or down towards the floor, depending on how your balance is. Check in with that front knee. Give it a little bend if it's going straight. And we want to make sure we're breathing here. Excellent. Let's switch sides. Bring the arm down, step the feet together. Other foot comes back. Front arm up. You can look up at that upper thumb, look at the horizon or down at the floor. Nice, smooth, subtle breath. Inhale. And exhale, coming out. All right, our next pose is triangle. So there's 2 versions you can do. You can come down from the ground up, or we usually go up and then over. So if you know you prefer the down up one, you can get set up for that. Otherwise, we're going to go top to bottom. And triangle pose is a little bit of a challenge compared to what we've done so far. So if you need to come out at any time, all right? So here we go. So we're going to step 1 foot forward. This front knee stays sort of straight. If you have a block handy, you can do that. Arms out to the side. We're going to extend forward with that front arm. Tick-tock the arms. You can come down to that leg or your block or your chair if those are too far. And we want to breathe. And we want to have that torso open. So extending up with that upper arm, opening up that top. All right, let's come up. So we're going to pull up and then step the feet together. Step the other foot back. And then tick-tock the arms. Make sure we're breathing. Excellent. Coming up and step out of it. So now we're going to do revolved triangle. So that's the same thing. We get into it the same way, and then we're going to switch the arms. So triangle like this, revolve triangle, bring that arm down, other arm up. Okay? Here we go. All right, step 1 foot forward. Hands at the heart, arms open. Tick-tock the arms, bring that other arm down. And then that second arm comes up the other side. And again, just as long as it's comfortable, this is an advanced pose. If you're not comfortable, come out. But we're going to come out anyway now. So arm down, other arm up, pulling back up. Drop the arms, step the feet together. Other foot comes back. Triangle. Upper arm down, second arm up. Hopefully you didn't eat a really big breakfast because that's not going to feel good. All right, and here we come out. Arm down, other arm up, pulling up. Drop the arms, step the feet together. And let's take a moment and check that out. All right, next pose is Warrior 3. I don't remember if we did this last week or not. A couple of options. 2-block option looks like this. We have a straight leg and an extended raised leg. Option 2 is the top of the chair. Option 3 is the seat of the chair. And that's why I have huge blocks and huge chairs. Option 4 is no chair, no blocks. All right, you guys ready? Did you pick your option? All right, here we go. So we're going to do 30 seconds each leg because we do other legs. All right, ready? So pick a leg. And if you are using one of the blocks or chairs, you can do one arm up if you want. We're going to extend that back leg. We want to keep the pelvis flat. We're not tilting. We'll do that later. And then set that leg down. We're going to go the other side. Other leg comes up. Do the blocks, your chair. One leg might be different than the other. A nice little bend in the knee. Stand back with the heel. Breathe. Oh, wait, we forgot to breathe. Beautiful. All right, set that foot down, bend the knees. Come on up. All right, so now we're going to do half moon, which is similar to what we just did, but different. So with Warrior 3, we want to keep the pelvis flat. Like I could have a block on it, and it's not going to fall off. We're going to do half moon, which we're going to tilt the pelvis. And we're going to do one arm and one leg. All right, I'm going to do this sideways so you guys can see. I don't know if you guys can see me on there. All right, let me do it first, and then we'll do it together. All right, so we're going to bring one leg up and one arm up. So you see how my pelvis is tilted now? All right, we're going to do that on each side. All right, so you can start with both blocks. We're going to bring one leg up. And then you can keep both hands down if you want, or if you have your balance, you can bring that other arm up. This is a great one to do against a wall, because you can really open up the back body. All right, come out of that side, and then we're going to switch to the other side. Other foot down, first foot up. Excellent. Breathe. And again, if you need to come out early, you are always welcome to do that. And then coming out, bend the knees, coming on up. All right. Next one is high lunge. So a couple of options here. If your balance is wonky today, you can use a chair. Like that. Otherwise, your arms are up to you. So you can go straight up, you can go cactus arms, hips, heart, all of that. So how I usually get into it is I lift a knee up and then step back. That's one option. The other option is to step forward. And typically, you're on the toes of your back foot. Oh my God, these blocks in the way, I can't see. So I have front knee bent. I'm on the toes of the back foot. If that doesn't work for your balance, keep the heel down and turned in a little bit. That'll give you a nice balance. All right. Let's go. We'll do 30 seconds each side. Here we go. So you can step forward or step back. And then on an inhale, bring the arms up, however they want to be. You've got your chair if you want to do that. And breathe. Yeah. And then coming out, step the feet together, and then we're going to do the other side. So you can step forward or step back. Up on the toes or heel down. Arms can be however you like. And don't forget to breathe. Beautiful. Come on out. All right, next one. Tree. Yeah, a nice relaxing one, right? So we'll do 30 seconds each side. You can do option A, heel above the ankle. Option B, foot on the calf. Option C, never stays, it always slips out, all the way up above the knee. So if you have your chair and you want to do the higher one, you're welcome to do that. Most important thing is that your breath is relaxed. So if it's too much work to do it up too high, then come down to an option. I'm going to go option A. So you guys are welcome to do whichever one you want. All right, so starting with option A, starting the timer. Hands at the heart, we're going to grow our branches. They can be out, out, in, wherever they want to be. I've been doing this lately, extending that index finger straight up. But I feel like spring blossoms, whatever you need to do, as long as you are breathing. Excellent. All right, we're going to switch sides, coming out of that side. Shake the leg out if you want. Other side, heel above the ankle. Or one of your other options, you grow your branches. All the way out, all the way in. Breathe. Beautiful, coming out nice and gracefully. Shake those legs out. All right, our next pose, I'm going to recommend 2 blocks. There are minimum 3 ways to do this. So the feet are the feet, but it's what you do with the upper body is what's the options. So pyramid pose, the feet are parallel. So depending on your balance decides how wide your feet are away from each other. So you have great balance, closer together. It's further apart. And then you're gonna take one foot and step it forward. So both toes, both feet toes, that's not English, point to the top of the mat so that the feet are parallel. Here's your options if you wanna watch first. Hands at the heart and fold forward. Reverse prayer pose, which is hands together behind the back and then fold forward. Or big fold forward down to your blocks or the floor. So those are your three options with the torso. All right, you guys ready? 30 seconds. And here we go. Step one foot forward. And then whichever one you want to do. And going only as far as you can get back up. It's my only rule today. Front leg is mostly straight, but feel free to bend it any amount you need to. And then when you're ready, inhale, push in with the feet, come back up. Release the arms, switch feet. And if you want, you can do something different this time with the arms, or keep them the same. But just make sure you're breathing. Beautiful. Inhale, push in with the feet. Coming back up. Step the feet together, shake the legs out. And now we're going to do 2 or 3 wide-legged. So if you want to switch your mat sideways, you can do that, or just switch your body sideways. That's why I have 2 mats here, so I can just do that. All right. So the first one is going to be pinwheels. And you can also do this without wide legs, but it's something different, so we'll do that. So we start out like this. If you want to watch first, that's fine. Right hand to the left leg, hip, knee, ankle, wherever you reach. No bonus points, just go where you want to go. All right, ready? And then we go to the other side, sorry. So that's what it looks like, one or the other. All right, here we go. So an inhale up, exhale, right to left. Inhale up, exhale, other side. Left to right. Inhale, bring it back up. You can go nice and slow. You don't have to do this fast. Pay attention more to the breath than where you're reaching on your leg. All right, halfway done. You can bend the knees as much as you need. No hyperextending today. And last one. Beautiful. All right, grab a block. We're going to do rainbow pose. And again, I like wide legs on this one. You don't have to do wide legs, but it makes it more fun. All right, so this is what it looks like. If you want to watch first. So just bring one arm up. And then down, inhale, and exhale. All right, ready, and go. Inhale, arm comes up, exhale, down. Inhale, other side, exhale, down, and feel free to bend the knees any amount you need. Feel free to go slow. And then the other one is see if you can start the breath before you start the movement. That might be one too many balls to juggle. Last one. Beautiful. Bend the knees, arms out to the side, push in with the feet, come all the way up. And release. All right, let's do a forward fold. And your choice, if you want to do wide leg or closer in. All right, and 2 options, minimum with the arms. We can do arms up and forward fold, bend the knees, come back up, kind of like a half sun salutation, or arms out, and like that. And I already started the timer, so go ahead and start. Inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale, 4. And you can bend the knees as much as you want. And play with the arms any way you want. We're just getting the spine back to symmetrical. Excellent. All right. If anybody wants to take a water break, I brought a couple extra. Our next pose is going to be chair. I'm going to grab a water. All right, so chair pose. 1 minute with the chair pose is a challenge. So, a couple of options. You can actually use your chair and just sit on the edge of it and bring the arms up. That's an option. Regular chair pose. Or this one, believe it or not, is the hardest. All right, you guys ready? Other option, if you don't want to just hold it, is to come in and out. Chair pose. And then exhale. Inhale, come back in, or hold it, or a combo. Whatever you want to do. So rooting the feet, distracting yourself, push your big toe in, push your pink toe in. Move the arms. We're more than halfway. You want to take a break, exhale, release, and then inhale, come back up. Three, 2, 1, done. Nice. All right. So I didn't think about how this next one is going to work for a minute. All right, we'll just figure it out. Start the timer. We're going to do eagle pose. So bring the arms out and then cross around. Cross the right leg over the left. The right arm is under the left. That's not too confusing here. Like that. And then bring the right arm under. There you go. Oh, that works out. Okay, now we're going to switch. Uncross the legs, and then we're going to bring the left arm under the right, and then bend the knees and cross the left leg over the right. Five, 4, 3, 2. Nice. All right. So for a special treat, we're going to do 2 poses back and forth, unless you want to do one for 30 and the other for 30. I think we're going to do a back and forth. Executive decision here. Okay, so we're going to do horse, or it's also known as goddess, and star. We're going to go back and forth between the two. So this is star, and this is horse. We're just going to go up and down like that, okay? And if you want to pause at any which one, you can do that. You can go wide, feet turn out. Inhale the arms up, and then it's an exhale to come down to horse or goddess. Inhale, star. Just go at your own pace. You can bend the wrists or not if you like. Kind of turns it into a walk like an Egyptian. All right, halfway done. If you want to do just one for a little bit, you can do that. This is kind of nice. All right, you'll be happy to know we are done standing when we finish this one. We're going to come down to hands and knees. All right, I don't know if we're going to make it through all of these. All right, let's do, we're going to go down to 30 seconds for the next batch, because otherwise we'll run out of time. Not that we're running out of energy, right? No. Okay. All right. First one. You guys ready? We're going to do plank. So, options. You can walk the hands up and do this version of plank where you're not up off your knees. Second version, I'm starting a timer. Up off the knees. If your wrists bother you, you can skip this. Or you can do forearm plank, which is not easier. We'll make sure we're breathing. And 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, done. Awesome. All right, next one is down dog. So I'm going to come up. I'm starting the timer. Inhale, hips up. And you can walk your dog. Push the hands in, distract yourself. All right, the timer I pushed it too many times, so we're gonna come out, because I don't know how long we were in that. All right, long enough. All right, next one is my favorite, but I rarely do it in class. So we're gonna do upward facing dog. So we're on our hands and shins. I don't know if you can see me. There you go, you got it. All right, looking up. This is an excellent stretch for the front of the spine. If it's too much, you can always come into child's pose. You want to make sure you're breathing. Three, two, one, Done. All right, let's come into, we're gonna go child's pose next. All right, or puppy if you don't like child's pose. So this is child's pose. This is puppy. Puppy is hips up, head down. Child's pose is hips down towards the heels. Maybe your forehead reaches the floor. All right. Beautiful. All right, come on out. We're gonna do the cat and cow. I was gonna do it separate, but we're gonna do them together. All right, here we go. So we're gonna exhale cat, inhale cow, exhale cat, inhale cow. If you like one better than the other, you can stay in that one. Beautiful. All right, this next one is a super advanced one. So if you want to come back to child's pose, you're welcome to do that. Grab a block or 2 blocks. If you have ankle issues, this is probably not going to be your pose. It's called hero pose or sometimes thunderbolt. So this is the pose, like this. So that's probably not going to work if you have any knee issues. So sitting on 2 blocks, like this. Okay, let me start the timer. Okay, sitting like this on 2 blocks. Option. If your knees are okay and your ankles are okay, you can come down a little lower. Don't go any further than you can't get up. It's our only rule today, right? And then, I have not done this in a while. All the way down on the floor. All right, and we're done, thank God. All right, so, all right, next one is not any easier. 2 blocks. Back behind you. And it's a high kneel. All right, and actually you can start with the blocks here. Depending on your body proportions, right? My arms are short compared to my torso, so I can't reach my blocks quite like that. I'm gonna start the timer doing camel pose. So it looks like this. It's a back bend. And at one point in my illustrious career, I could reach my heels. Not today. Oh, tight hip flexors. Woo. All right. If you need to come out, actually we're coming out now. We're gonna come into child's pose again. Because I don't want anybody passing out. Oops. All right, our next one is going to be a low lunge. So we need your blocks again. Depending on your hip flexibility, low or high or the floor. Okay, so we're gonna come up closer to the front of the mat. I'm gonna show you and then I'll start the timer. So you can swing one leg out and around, or maybe it swings through. So eventually we want that foot in the middle. 2 options with this. You can stay on that knee, or you can come up off that knee so you're on your toes. Okay? Ready? We'll do 15 seconds each side. All right. Side 1. Excellent, and release. Switch legs. And then either on that knee or up on the toes. One of these days we'll do this with the arms too, but not today. Beautiful. Bring the knee down, bring the other knee down. All right. All right, now we're gonna attempt to do a crow. I didn't practice, so we'll see where we get. So if, again, you just want to come into child's pose, that's fine. If you want to try it, awesomeness. I'm not going to time it, I'm just going to attempt it. Okay? All right, so if you want to try it, one block in front, up on level 2. So it's an arm balance. You want to relax the arms first. So I'll show you, and then if you want to do it, you can try it. All right, so we're going to come up on the toes. All right, not going to happen today, but Anne's pretty close. So usually you don't have your head on the block. That's just for today. And then you lift your feet up, your head's up, and it's just an arm balance. So your knees are on your, and then you roll over, and there you go. All right. Done with that one. We tried it, right? Excellent. All right, next one. Last one on hands and knees is rabbit. We have rabbits in the backyard again, and it's making the dog crazy. So rabbit, hands and knees, and then the top of the head comes down as close to the knees as possible, and then the arms come back by the legs. And we're just going to try that one. We're not going to stay in that one for very long. So just take a breath or two and then come out. Okay, come out. Next one, seated. So we're done with hands and knees. Shake the hands out. Woo. All right, so we're going to do these are pretty quick. All right. Twist. Left leg out straight, right knee bent. Left arm over that left leg. Inhale, lift. Exhale, in front or around. Other hand behind. The traditional pose is like this. But that's not very comfortable, so I do legs parallel to the hips. Breathe. And then let's do the other side. Right arm over that right leg. Inhale, lift. Exhale, twist, belly button to the spine. And breathe. Excellent. All right, release that. So we're going to do pigeon next, and we're going to come into it in not a way that I usually do. That makes sense. I don't usually come into it this way, but since we're seated, that's what we're going to do. All right, so we're going to bring both legs over to the right. So bend. So this front leg, the shin is kind of parallel to the top of the mat. And actually, we should be closer up to the front of the mat. That's okay. So this can be your pigeon pose. If you have sciatica, piriformis, other glute issues, just stay right here. Don't go too deep into this. If you feel like you're okay with that, then come up on the hands and send that back leg back. So it's kind of like this, but maybe not this high up. That's why I usually don't come in this side. So you can sit up on a block. So shoot that right leg back behind you. This one. Yeah. that
Right.
uncomfortable? It's okay.
Yeah. You're right.
All right. Some people can bend that leg and then grab it with the other hand, but not today, right? All right. Come out of that side. Bring both legs in front. And then we got to do the other side. All right. Front leg is parallel-ish to the front of the mat. Come forward on the hands and then shoot that back leg back. I have not done this in 100 years. Whew. And if we were staying here, we'd put a blanket under that hip and, oh, that's a nice quad strap. Okay, coming out. All right. Next one is, I forgot the Sanskrit for it, but it is nose to knee. So I don't expect you to actually touch your nose to your knee, but that's where we're facing. How about that? All right, you can go wide-legged. You don't have to go this wide-legged, sorry. Wherever comfortable. And we're gonna do, I'm gonna bend the left knee, bring that left foot into that right thigh, and then turn the torso. Exhale, and then we're going to bring that nose towards the knee. And you don't have to touch it, obviously. Coming back up, you can use your hands, walk it back up. Switch legs. Turn the torso, exhale, nose to knee. One side might be super tight. That's okay, breathe into it. And then we'll walk it back up. All right, next pose. Sorry, we're running out of minutes, so we're just gonna do it and then move on to the next one. All right, so boat pose. So we've done this a bunch of times. If you haven't done it before, here's your options. I usually roll back when I'm doing the more advanced ones, so I'm just going to show you the basic ones. All right, arms out, leaning back. Option A, right here, boat pose. Option B, one leg at a time. Option C, both legs. And then canoe, straight legs, straight arms. Okay. All right, that's it for seated. Let's do hand or belly. And we have 3 real quick ones. All right. Coming over onto the belly. First one is we're just going to do baby cobra. Hands under the shoulders. Tuck the chin towards the chest. Elbows into the ribs. And we're lifting from the back of the neck. And that's it. Baby cobra. You can look forward a little bit. Exhale, back down. One more just for fun. Inhale, lift. And exhale down. Excellent. Sphinx. Coming up onto the forearms. Fingers are open. That's it. Sphinx. I like to do like back and forth with the neck, but don't have time today. All right, we're going to bring the forehead back down to the floor. Locust pose. Locust pose. We're going to tuck the arms under the body. And we're going to lift the legs up. And release them back down. One more for good luck. And back down. Awesome. All right. Bow pose is last on the belly. So we're going to bend the knees. And we're going to extend the arms back. If you can reach your ankles, hooray. If not, just extend the arms back. All right, bow pose is pushing the feet into the hands and coming up on the belly. Or any version to get up to there. All right, release and roll over onto your back. All right, are you guys we have just a few more. All right. So we're gonna do soup to pod, 1, 2, 3, 4. So that's leg towards us, leg out, leg the other way. And then that pigeon that we did, we're doing that on our back. That's soup to pod 4. All right. Okay, so we're gonna go 1, 2, 3, 4. So knees are bent, feet on the floor. We're gonna bring right leg up, right foot towards the ceiling. Bring that leg in towards the torso. Release it out, bring it out towards the right side. Bring it up. Move the left leg, bring it over to the left side. Bring it back up. And then we're going to bring that ankle to the left knee. And we're going to bring the left leg up towards the ceiling. And that's 4 poses. All right, let's do the other side. Both feet on the mat, both knees are bent. We're going to bring that left foot up towards the ceiling. Leg in towards the chest. Leg out towards the left. Leg over towards the right. Back up, and then bring that ankle on that right knee. And then right foot up towards the ceiling. Soup to pod 4. All right, both feet on the mat, both knees are bent. We're gonna do bridge. And we're just gonna do 1. We usually do like a dozen. All right, so here we go. So we're gonna inhale, push in with the feet, lift the arms and the hips up. Exhale, bring them both back down. Shoulder stand. All right, here we go. If you haven't done this, don't feel like you have to. I haven't done one in a while, so it may be a bit of a thing. All right, so shoulder stand is an inversion. Let's see. So feet up towards the ceiling or just on the shoulders. And then exhale, coming down. Or just lift your legs up, that's fine too. All right, so next we're gonna do, we only have 3 more. All right, so exhale, knees in to the chest. Inhale, arms up, feet up towards the ceiling. Exhale, bend the knees, hands to knees. Let's do it one more time. Inhale, arms up, feet up towards the ceiling. Exhale, bend the knees, hands to knees. Feet come down, and then extend both legs all the way straight out. We're going to inhale the arms up overhead. And we're going to walk both feet over towards the left and walk the arms over towards the right. That's our crescent pose, or also known as banana asana. Looking down from the ceiling is what I look like. All right, walk them both back to the center and then over to the other side. Right and right. Stretching out that left side body. We'll breathe after we're done. Arms and legs back to center. Bend the knees, hands to knees, a couple of Apanasana. And actually, this is our last pose before our final relaxation pose, Shavasana. So knees in, knees out, do it as many times as you want. So you have your chair possibly handy. If you want to bring your legs up on your chair for your relaxation pose, you're welcome to do that. Otherwise, we're going to bring the feet down to the mat, extend both legs all the way straight out. Legs and feet relax away from each other, arms out to the side, palms up or palms down. You need a drink of water before you relax, that's fine. Or getting any last little wiggles out, whatever you need to do. I'm going to sit up so you can hear me better. And we are going to do a full body relaxation. We did all of those poses. I think there were actually 30 or 51, but that's okay. Took us a little longer, but that's okay. We enjoyed the challenge. So, nowhere to be, nothing to do. These next few moments just for you. Come back to the breath. And let's relax the bones, the joints, the muscles, ligaments and tendons, the skin, the nerves, the brain. Let the body sink into the earth. Let the air around you do the work and breathe for you. Letting go of any last thoughts. See if you can relax 5% more. Maybe just 1% more, just a little bit extra. What does that feel like? Letting go of the breath. Let the earth's gravity hold on to you. You don't need to even grip the earth. We are human beings, not human doings, so let go of what we need to do and just take the next few moments and just be. Gently coming back into awareness. Wiggle your toes. Wiggle your fingers. If you'd like, you can roll your head side to side. When you're ready, and with an inhale, rolling over onto your right or left side. When you're ready, and again with an inhale, pushing up to a comfortable seated position. All right, I feel like you guys should give yourselves a round of applause. That was crazy. All right, let's finish with a sun breath. Let's do sun breath number 1. So we need some calming here a little bit more. All right, so looks like this. Inhale, hands float up. Exhale, hands float back down. 3 times. You ready? Here we go. Inhale. Hands float up. Exhale, hands float back down. And again, inhale. Hands float up. Exhale, hands float back down. And one more time. Inhale. And exhale. Hands come together, back to the heart. And namaste. Thank you, guys. Nice job. Next week is polls. and April. So first of the month, we do their yoga poles, we do all kinds of, and I have them, I bring them, so,
I'll be out of town next week, so.
okay.
Yeah. Bring the whole back.
We do it once a month, the first Wednesday of the month. That's not too bad. We only